You rescued me, you set me free. No more chains holding me. I see your...
Hey, my name's Daniel Craigo,
I'm Emilee Craigo.
the worship leaders at Maranatha Youth Church.
This moment will not pass me by, 'cause I'm in love with you, in all of you.
My expression is worship through singing. That's one of the best ways that I can give something back to Jesus.
Yeah, I express myself just through music, and I mean in general. Music is such a big part of my life. I grew up just surrounded by music. My mom, playing piano, always singing. So it was just something that was instilled in me. I believe it was something that that God had placed in my life, just knowing that was going to be the calling that He placed, that He put in my life. So I just embraced that, just having that love of music, and that was my avenue to give Him worship and to give Him praise. So that's what I took hold of.
I actually fought my calling for a long time. We got married in 2009, and I knew at Super Camp that summer that I was supposed to start being on the worship team. But I fought it, and I had panic attacks. I thought I was going to, the devil was really fighting me because he didn't want me to do it. So I was having panic attacks. I was so afraid that I was going to have a heart attack and die. But once I joined the worship team in 2010, it kind of just subsided when I gave in and finally was like, okay, Lord, this is what I'm going to do.
My dad bought me an acoustic guitar when I was a junior in high school, and I literally learned like 3 chords and just kind of put it down for like 2 years. I mean, because like I said, I always had a love for music, but at the same time, man, like I was like, at that time in my life, I was too interested in like baseball or something like that, or just, hanging out. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so I just kind of put it down for like a couple years, but then when I went to college, I lived at Marshall for a year, my freshman year. Man, I didn't have cable, didn't have internet, didn't really have any form of entertainment, so that was kind of like my opportunity to pick up my guitar. I started leading worship probably when I was, it'd be 2005, 2006 area. I was still in college. My brother and I, my older brother Parker, we started this youth worship because that was a very Southern gospel church. So we started, kind of started going against the grain there, and started this youth worship. And I remember it started out with just me playing acoustic and him singing, and it was literally like we knew like 5 songs, period, and we just rotated those songs.
I didn't really start till 2010 when Jeff and Siobhan were the worship leaders. They actually they gave me the opportunity, which I'm thankful for. I was really nervous at first. It was me stepping out of my box because I don't like to be in front of people, but I knew I had to do it. So from there, I would sing a song every now and again by myself. I was usually really nervous, and people probably thought, why is this girl singing a song, because this is no good.
And I remember when I first started going to Maranatha, and I was, under Bobby, and I was working at a movie theater time, because again, I'm still in college, just doing part-time in a movie theater. And I remember being there at work one day, and he called me up, and apparently they were pretty limited to their worship team there, and was like, hey man, I know you play acoustic, right? And I was like, yeah, I do actually. He's like, well, would you want to play for us tonight for worship? And I was like, hey man, I'd be glad to. So that was kind of my start with the ministry there, teaming up with Pastor Bobby. What it usually comes down to me for learning a new instrument is whatever the band needs at the time. Because like I said, I started out with acoustic, and then when I first started worship at the time, we needed a bass player. So I was like, all right guys, I'll learn bass. So then I learned bass. Well, then a bass player came, so then I was like, well, I guess I'll just learn electric, because it'd be pretty cool to have a couple electrics. So then I learned electric guitar and really started investing some money in that.
I've always loved to sing and dance, but We went to New Life Church in Huntington for a while, and actually JD and Nicole were the worship leaders there before we even came to Maranatha, and they came to Maranatha. There was one time after service, I was walking around the sanctuary singing, and Nicole's like, if you don't stop singing like that, I'm going to put you in the choir. And that really meant a lot to me because I've always looked up to her. I mean, she is an amazing woman of God, and she's really the first person that ever took me in so deep into the presence of God in a worship setting. So she's always been someone so that's my first memories of worship was Nicole.
Thank you. I'm ready.
Come on, buddy, let's jump. Yeah, when I say stupid stuff, just cut it out, man. Hey, please feel free to cut anything that
If you
jumps
can
out.
Photoshop some different clothes on us, because the kids are probably like, why are they always so dressed up? Like, we're young. He always has on like his work clothes when we come on Wednesdays.
But it's been a great trip. I've loved every minute of it. I've loved every minute of being in ministry with Pastor Bobby. I've grown so much just as a worship leader, and God has truly just brought new things out of me. Each and every day, man. I mean, it's just a daily walk with Him. It just brings more and more out of me.